Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Ty, otherwise I go by MindDev, and I'm just gonna go over some thoughts on the map split. I'm sure you guys have played this map a lot. I've definitely been playing it a lot in a mixture of scrims and as well as just my regular ranked matches that just came out, because obviously rank just came out, and then as well as just like unrated queues, whatever. Um, but in my experience, mostly in scrims that I've been IGLing for, or teams that I've watched also in scrims, everybody knows that the entire game revolves around this part of the map. So basically, um, everyone's familiar with that. So usually the setup for defense is going to be something like this. Like, normally these are just going to be dots, but obviously there's usually certain agents that are running per spot. Like this is obviously normally Cypher right here. He's got his camera shit. But anyways, it's going to be very generic. But anyways, so you normally have somebody playing here, someone playing ropes, someone playing ramp, and then someone also normally playing somewhere in sight. There's a bunch of different defaults and setups, but we're just gonna be really generic here. And then normally, like the offense is gonna be looking something like this, like watching the B main push. Usually, like two people playing mid, fighting over mid, like I said, because it's really important. And usually, the fifth guy is, right side sewers or somewhere in market or something like that, whatever. But just for this demonstration, it's gonna be inside market. Um, so, anyways, like I said, that most of the game is going to be played through mid, so normally if you win, this is probably the most aimy map, um, but I see this situation where a lot of people are, so let's just say for example, right, they're burning a bunch of utility, like, like they're smoking ropes on you, and, so this guy's blind, and then they're working their way up mid, right, so they're working their way up mid, um, so these guys are working their way up mid, blah blah blah. So let's just say that now the demonstration. Let me put a line. So they're like over here. Actually, sorry. Um, so let's just say that they're working their way up mid. You know what I mean? They're up mid, blah blah blah. So now the setup looks like this, right? So let's say um, this guy's playing there or whatever, and this guy obviously is getting mollied and stuff, so he's backing up maybe to here, inside of ropes. But regardless, you obviously let me put the blue dots too. So like one guy is like watching the push, like peeking this side angle. Maybe one guy's like here, and then one guy's probably wherever, right? Like here, whatever. Anyways, so if you guys look at this map, what do you see? What is going to happen here, right? What are the options? Obviously, um, basically, the attacking side can do whatever they want at this point. Um, and that's where normally split is. This is literally, it's really defense heavy, obviously. But if you can take mid, like the options are yours. A lot of time, any strategy that works on T side is going to be B splits or A splits. But notice how I said splits in both of those strategies. So again, it's primarily through mid. Um, so if you guys look at this map again, like I said, what do you see? What is going to happen? What would you do, right? So say you're on the attacking side. What is the right call? Um, Based off of this format, um, you know that you can assume because of most defaults you are going to be, or most setups you're going to be playing, there's only going to be one playing B, and this, so basically B is isolated. So what you should do is you should, as a team, this guy should already be running over to meet up with this guy. This guy probably has bomb right here, so um, we'll make him actually make him black. Whoops. So he's the bomb carrier. Okay, and then um, and let me go back to orange. So basically, these guys are gonna start working. These guys right here are gonna start working their way up mid, and then they're gonna challenge this guy, right? Maybe this guy gets one. Maybe this guy gets two. Maybe he should just get traded out hypothetically, right? So, how do you stop this on defense? The right call is actually to So when this player right here starts getting pushed out of vent because of smokes and mollies, it leaves your B site weak, right? So what is the answer? Um, Really, this guy's obviously there to fight for mid control, but it's okay to give it. It's not, it's not. You can't. I mean, they're gonna burn utility. They have smokes. They have all these like mollies and stuff. So of course you're gonna have to eventually give it. But what is the right reaction? The right reaction actually is for this guy to actually rotate. Actually, there's multiple things you could do. You can, and this is one of those things. There's like metas or trends that as each game like progressively goes on, there's new ways. Obviously, there's new adaptations that you guys have to do. You guys can't just keep doing the same thing over and over again. So, what I would personally do, what I would recommend, is for teams to actually, like I said, he can rotate here, so he can go in the alley, or he can actually just go to heaven with this guy. So all of a sudden, this guy is now no longer here, right? And now he's here, here, right? So now you have two heavens. So when they, because they're not going to be able to, I mean, they could go A on you guys, of course. But the thing is most it, ropes is a power position, right? So this guy inside ropes, he can now go. He can now go like up here, watching ropes, right? Or even inside ropes. Still, that's still fine, right? That's still absolutely okay. Um, but it helps. I mean, and this guy even, right? So even this guy playing backside, usually it's like a cipher or whatever, right? So he usually like has a cam, whatever. But regardless, um, he could be playing heaven with you guys, um, so you guys can just double up heaven. Because obviously, even if they take sight, um, even if they ended up going, I mean, they're mid, right? Of course, they can completely draw back from mid and just 5-man push B. But just the fact that you guys can maintain heaven control that's the key part. Just like in any, like just same with A site, right? A heaven matters a lot too. Because it's high ground, right? And it's harder to win duels when they're elevated because you see less of their body and they see more of your body, right? Um, so, anyways, so it could look like this. I'm sorry, it could look like this because there's that box, right? And then this guy could be playing off his contact or this contact, and then you guys are just tripling heaven, right? And this is really good, because now let's just say, for example, let's say this is the setup, right? It took mid, and this is what I'm talking about. So these are like mid-round calls, right? This guy's got bomb. This guy's no longer um, over on watching the A main push or just seeing if you can get a pick A main, or look at peeking ramp or whatever, right? He's over here now, right, with bomb carrier. Let's just say that now they end up actually going out from mid. So all these guys, right, are gonna go from out of mid, all three of them, and they're gonna group B main. And they're not gonna split B. They're just literally just gonna push 5-man B. Um, they're going to probably use stage wall like right here, of course. Um, but again, the key thing is you guys still have heaven control. So even if they do push B main, um, you guys are still at a higher ground, and most likely they're gonna plant probably here. Um, and then their setup will probably end up looking something like this. I mean, there's a bunch of them, right? But um, so now it looks something like this. So obviously bombs planted there. Um, one back B, probably like I don't know, 2B main, whatever. One's playing probably on site. One's probably playing here. Maybe at best one's pushed through alley. That's probably ideal. Um, oh, I'm sorry, that's too many people. Probably actually, probably not this. At best probably this is what it would look like, right? And they have no map control. You know where they're at. All it takes is one smoke, and it's not even planted for it, so you don't have to worry about getting spammed. I mean, it's an easy round at this point. You know what I mean? Because you guys can rotate anywhere, right? So you guys could do it like this. You guys don't even need the pinch because you can just smoke this off. So this is smoked, and then you can't even get wallbang. So you're absolutely fine. It's just this is the right reaction because a lot of time, it's gonna look like this. Like I said, so this guy's gonna be playing in vents. This guy's obviously somewhere a ramp. This guy's here, watching like the main push, and watching orb. And then you got one guy heaven that's still fighting for mid, and you got one guy here. And all of a sudden, you know what I mean? They could just do whatever they want. You know what I mean? They can go B as much as they would like, but a lot of people will not expect, which is the right rotation, because you still have 2A, and then you're playing 3 primarily towards B, and it's harder to just 5-man rush up vent, because you couldn't even double up, right? Like this guy could be watching ramp, but he could be playing more back, like over here, so that if you guys do go, if they do go ropes, you're in the area where you can just swing and help him. Obviously, this guy, you can't help him if he's inside, but if it looked like more like this, it would be better. Something like that. But this guy wouldn't be there, obviously, if they made the right rotation, because he should, like I said, again, be running all the way here or there. One of the two. Um, so anyways, these are just some of my thoughts that I've noticed. And a lot of this game is obviously rotations and having the people in the right places, and that's what I've noticed that a lot of teams, even teams that have been winning like tournaments and stuff, um, this is the best setup. This is the best reactionary setup to what they're doing if they take mid control. And obviously, it's very hard to stop them from taking mid control, but if you do find yourself in a situation, just rotate one from A. Once the guy from ropes is backing up because he's getting like mollied and smoked out, so he's not going to be useful anyways. And then you guys just like double up heaven, or he plays alley, one of the two. But yeah, these are just some of my thoughts, and thanks for watching, and have a good day, guys. Take care.